Any millennials in the room?
Are you ready?
Oh my God.
It's the mentality. Oh,
Welcome to or back to the Millennial
Hey,
Mentality
y'all.
Podcast.
Okay. What's
Okay.
up, y'all? As you know, Millennial Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Chris.
Oh, I'm your host,
I'm about to say,
Aaron.
I ain't feel like doing the AKA.
Oh, no AKs today.
AKA, I'm Chris.
It's okay. He's always going to be Big Booty in my mind.
Big booty. So today's episode is about the 30s, coming into your 30s.
Dirty 30's, baby.
As you see, or if you know, don't know, we are over 30. Are you?
I am.
You over or are you 30?
Over.
You 31?
Only one, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're over 30. I forgot for a second.
It's okay. You just
But
don't know me like that.
before we dive deep into the topic, I just want to check in. What's been going on with you? How your week's been?
I'm good. I can't really complain, as you already know, or maybe not know. Well, you do know that I just moved back from Georgia.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, how you know I know?
I know. I'm talking about, our people. But yeah, I just moved back from Georgia, so I've been back officially like 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks already?
Yeah.
Damn. Sunday, yeah.
2 weeks.
Or Saturday, because you technically came back on a Saturday.
Yes. So,
Okay.
2 weeks. And
Happy 2
the
weeks.
first week was pretty rough. It was actually really good, but it was rough because I'm so used to being in my bubble. My immune system is so low. And I'm used to being in my bubble. And whenever I get out and go places, like whenever I used to come down to Philly and visit, party,
Sick.
and then I end up getting back home and I'm sick. So now just being out and about, like my first week, I was off and I don't say party, but I drank and was out and about at least 4 times that week. It was rough.
I'm thinking, could it be that the alcohol has opened your body up? Could be that, or is it just whenever you
I don't know.
just go to a different
but I had
area?
a really bad headache like this past 2 weeks. I know what a hangover feel like. Trust me.
Not in the 30s.
It's a different type of hangover. I don't recover as quickly. Let's just say that.
For sure.
But I'm feeling better this week. Like I don't have a headache as much, and I was able to see my mom. I was able to see some friends, and get my shit together. Just getting reacclimated. So I'm feeling good. Definitely an adjustment.
Just had to go through a little sickness to get the positive
I'm hoping
stuff.
that it'll be over. Like no more. So I'm trying to get the fuck back in the gym.
Yeah, heavy on it. I'm not though.
It's okay.
I gotta struggle. I want to get back in the gym, but I don't. But anyway.
How are you? How are you?
My week was actually strange but good. It was my first week back to work. First week when she got back into town, I was on vacation. But it was like a reminder that the people I work with just stress me out. Like, and they don't do anything personally to me or directly to me. I don't like people who complain at work about work they're going to do anyway. Or I'm sorry, not work they're going to do anyway. Work they're not going to do anyway. Like, don't be mad at your supervisor giving you instructions to do something, and then you're crying and going off the hinges about something you're not going to do anyway. You're not going to listen to their direction.
If you're not even going to do it, you might as well shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Like, if you know you're going to do what you're going to do anyway, what's the point of bitching about it?
Some people just want to hear themselves talk.
Yeah. So, me being back there was like a damn. I remember what this was like. But I'm getting paid. I'm getting my money. That's all that really matters at that point. In and out. I put my headphones in. I listen to some music. Listen to a couple podcasts and mind my business. Fuck them. But yeah, other than that, my work week has been pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, going into our topic, we talking about the 30's.
30s.
Yes. I think we're all here. Obviously, as millennials, we're in our 30s. So I'm pretty sure many of you can relate. But we about to...
Millennial stop, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe 94 is the end of the millennials. I don't know when it started, but I believe it's 94. Only because I think...
You said end?
The end. The last year of millennials, 1994.
Really? Oh, damn.
Anything
I
5...
just made it. The fuck?
Yeah, 5... If I'm not...
I don't know.
It could be
we want to
maybe
do some
5 or
research.
6.
Before we speak... You got to do this right now.
Fact check.
Yeah, just look up millennial years or something.
Hold on. So, I'm
See?
off. So, millennials is 1981 to 1996. And then what? Okay, 1991 to 1996 is millennials. Gen Z is 1997 to 2012, and Gen X is 1965 to 1980.
Okay. Well, let's just get one thing clear though. We are millennials, but we not only gearing towards millennials. This is going to be a
Yes,
podcast for everybody.
everyone. We can
But
relate. We really do relate to both
yes,
Gen Z and Gen X. Like we've experienced the feel of no road technology, cassette tapes.
I miss those days though.
Yes, I loved it.
I miss just being
Fuck
able to go
social media.
outside, not having a phone. My little flip razor.
I didn't even have one.
I never had a razor actually, but I had like a Nokia. Is it Nokia?
Mm.
And some other thing. We used
I
to play
had
the
no
snake
kid.
game
Play
on
snake.
people's what was
The
it?
little boo, 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 boo,
That
boo.
one that you used to push up.
The sidekick.
That's what it was
It
called?
was a sidekick.
Okay.
Cause I ain't had that either. I ain't
I
have
didn't
a
have that
razor nor
either.
a sidekick.
That was the big one. Like that was the
Uh huh.
iPhone back in the day.
So, but anyway, yes. We're able to relate to both. So this is open to all. You will hear a bunch of our stories, and you may be like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like me." Yeah, because we are Gen Z and Gen X somehow in both ways.
Yeah. I don't know
But
about that, but
how was your 30th birthday?
my 30th birthday was actually it was I don't really know a word. The first thing that's coming to my mind is interesting because birthdays has all
Ironic.
inside joke. Inside joke. But because I feel like birthdays have always been an interesting thing for me because I've always had a high expectations for my birthday, but they never really necessarily they never turned out the way I expected, I guess.
Now, question with that: are you planning these birthdays? Or are you leaving it to people to plan these birthdays?
In past situations, people have more so planned it, so I guess definitely putting it in other people's hands to
meet your expectations.
Yeah, and not to say my expectations weren't even given though. That's the thing. So they were doing what they thought was best for me, and while I'm very grateful, I just think things happened or something happened where it just kind of messed it up. Or also even just looking for people to reach out to you on your birthday. I think that was also a big thing to me back in the day, where it was like, oh, she didn't even text me or she didn't call me, da da da. But now I just came into a place where it's like, I don't care anymore. Like the people who do hit me up, thank you, I'm grateful, and the people who don't, that's cool too. Like I'm not going to stress about it anymore, and I'm also not going to put as much stress on my birthday anymore. So to answer your question, I know I gave a long answer. But to answer your question, I ended up just going to the movies and going to dinner by myself. Actually, I was living in Atlanta at the time, and I didn't really know too many people out there, so I didn't have anybody to go out with. So I just went to the movies. I saw Little Mermaid that came out with Haley Bailey, and it was pretty good.
Is it Haley? I always call it Holly. I don't know what
I don't think it's Holly.
It can't be Holly.
Because it's already a Halle Berry. Yeah. So I went to see that, and then I went to this new restaurant in Georgia, and it was good. So it was a nice time. I enjoyed myself. I was satisfied with spending time with myself, which is great.
Okay, so the part of you not putting the high expectation on your birthday, I agree but disagree. I agree, like I wouldn't put the expectation on others, but if you want to put the expectation on yourself to make sure you enjoy your birthday and make sure you treat yourself, I 100% think you should put that expectation on yourself to make you feel happy about your day.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that I'm just moving forward. I'm going to start being more intentional about figuring out what I want to do for one, because I think my issue is just I'm kind of a go with the flow type of thing. So like, oh, somebody tells me, oh, I want to go to Mexico or I want to go this place. Okay, cool, let's go. So I'm not like, oh, I had this place in mind, da da da. So I'm kind of just a go with the flow. So I do need to do more research and have things in mind, plan and blah blah blah. Yeah. So I think that's something that I'm working on. But in the meantime, obviously since I'm back too, like hopefully it'll be easier. So.
Right, because you're in a city where you know a lot more people.
Yeah.
Other thing too, I'm happy. In a way, it was like I'm happy you was able to experience the going out and celebrating and eating dinner and stuff by yourself. That's one thing I've experienced the whole trip by myself, and I would say that was probably by far one of my best trips, like my best experiences. So I'm happy you was able to experience that because like it is times you do need. I feel like everybody needs like throughout the year a dinner by themselves, a outing by themselves to just be yourself. Like you don't gotta.
Yeah.
You don't have to do what other people want to do. You do what you want to do.
Wherever you want to do.
You
right.
eat what you want to eat.
You
You
can
go
stay in
where
bed
you
if you want.
Exactly. Like so that experience of being able to do it was like I'm happy you experienced that. And I feel like too in our 30s, a lot of us are getting to that point where it's like I'm okay with doing things by myself. In your 20s, a lot of times it's like, oh, if I ain't going with the squad, if I ain't going with the gang, I ain't going. It ain't gonna be the same. Like no. And in your 30s, you like I don't. Sometimes it's like I don't even want my friends to come around. I love y'all, but I want to hear my own thoughts.
Yeah.
I want to smell my own farts. I want to be just by myself. Like so, I think that's a good thing that you was able to experience that. Unfortunately, it was your 30th. I mean, maybe fortunately it was your 30th. Your 30th too. So,
but you know, like even thinking about like obviously what we're going to talk about, but when we think about when we were younger, expectations for your 30th birthday is always like, oh, it's going to be this big thing. You're going to do, you're going to have a big trip. It's just in your mind. Like in my mind, I was thinking, this is fucked up. You know
what's funny?
Oh, let me finish my.
I'm sorry.
I said this is fucked up because this is my 30th, and I feel like this should be something else. I shouldn't be going out by myself. I should be, this is a big milestone. But I had to change my mindset to something else, to just being alone. That was fine.
You had to adapt.
Yeah.
What I was saying though is kind of funny too, because like I was like, we can relate to each side. We put that mindset expectation on us. Because think about it, back when our parents was growing up, when they was turning 30s, they probably did a little cabaret. They probably was going to the bar. They probably just did like a little cookout at the house. They probably
we would have small stuff.
They probably didn't even do none of that. You know why? Because they had kids.
True. That's very true.
Their 30th birthday celebration was probably dinner in the house with the family.
Or whoever they was dating, maybe.
Whoever they was dating, or they went down the street to the local bar. They wasn't going on these trips.
Local bar.
They wasn't flying to Miami
to
We're Costa Rica.
Though.
Like yeah, so it's like we as times change, of course stuff changed, but we put that expectations on ourselves. So.
But is that a bad thing though? Definitely not a bad thing, because like when thinking about it, it's like
make you want more.
Yes. Absolutely, that's exactly what I'm about to say.
Makes you want more, but at the same time, it
can be pressure.
Yes, I just want to be in a state where I want more, but I'm also happy with what I have.
Yes,
I'm satisfied with what I have, but yes, I'm still striving for more and better. But I'm content. I'm happy.
You talking that shit?
I am.
Yes, give me some.
I just brush my teeth, so I hope it don't smell like it.
I'm dead. Okay. So what about your 30th birthday? What did you do?
Well, it's funny you asked because you was there. But my 30th birthday, it was kind of like it went great, but it didn't start off great. My 30th birthday was supposed to be to Turks and Caicos.
Oh, I guess I didn't know that part. Did I know that?
No. So it was like, leading up to it, I was just saying like, oh, maybe like 29. My 29th birthday, I was like planning it then. I was like, I think I want to go to Turks and Caicos, but I was letting somebody else, I was letting one of my other friends like plan, like get out what he wanted to do first, and if not, then it was like we'll do that. So when the time came around for me to start actually planning and informing people and seeing who wanted to go and stuff, my roof started leaking, and then like. It was like the worst time because a week before my roof started leaking, I just spent $6,000 to get my garage roof done. So it was like I got one roof done that cost me $6,000, which started off as $4,000, and then 2 weeks later, my actual house roof is leaking. And the only thing I can picture in my head is like this roof is bigger than that roof, so this is about to be like $8,000, and I ain't got that right now, or at least I ain't got it to spend on that. And I went into a spiral. I started getting depressed. I was like, you know what? Ain't no fucking trip for our 30th. Then sat down, had a conversation, and one of our friends was like, you have to do something. It's your 30th. It's a milestone birthday.
See?
You can do something. And I was like, because I wasn't doing nothing. I was like, no, I'm just going to go to work. Go to dinner. It was like, no, do something. So a cabin trip has always been on my list. And I was like, last minute, planned a cabin trip. I think it cost everybody $170, no more than $340 a person.
It had to have been good because at the time I think I was broke and I was not spending no more than like $200.
It was $170.
It wasn't that bad. It was really good. Oh, I also shared a room too.
That's why yours was $170. So I took charge of it. I planned it and I was like, this time I'm breaking it down. A very affordable trip. Everybody drove up there. I got a beautiful cake.
Very nice cabin. Was that cabin?
Yes, that was the cabin.
Very nice.
I got 2 cakes actually. I got an ice cream cake. Cause what I did was I did like a little theme of like a kid birthday party right on my actual birthday, and then the last day we was there, I did like the adult birthday party. So the kid birthday party was cake and ice cream, party hats, whatever. The last day was the 3-tiered cake that I got made with some champagne and a toast. Everybody dressed up. We went to dinner. But I thoroughly enjoyed that trip.
It was a really good trip.
Yes.
You had a lot of good time out in that freezing cold.
Well, you decided you wanted to go outside and build a fire. For what reason? I said, hey, go ahead. It was for marshmallows. Yeah. It was for marshmallows.
Even though I don't even eat marshmallows. I just wanted to be around the fire.
We did Simon Says in the snow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't out there. I was doing my friend's hair.
Yeah, I forgot.
For a very long time.
You ain't missed
I love you, best friend.
It was cool.
No, it was fun.
It wasn't.
It was. You know it was. You know it was. But it's okay. You try to make me feel better.
Well, yeah, that was my 30th. So even though it wasn't exactly what I wanted, and even though at the time I was stressed out and going through a lot, it was like one of my best birthdays that I've had. So
yeah, it was definitely a great time.
Yeah. So question: now that we are 30s, now that we're in our 30s, back in the day, they used to ask you in school, where do you see yourself in 10 years? 10 years at that time, we was probably we would have been in our 20s if we counted it out from when they asked questions. But anyway.
Did they really ask 10 or was it 5? I feel like I was
5 to 10. It was a sentence, a jail sentence. We did a bid. But let's say back when you was in like high school or so, where did you see yourself at 30?
That's such a good question because I gotta really, really think. High school. What did I think in my 30s, child?
I knew 30. I felt like 30 was like old as hell.
Right.
Growing up.
Unfortunately, this may sound crazy. Like, you know how some people be like, they had this plan for their life. I see myself doing this, and that. Like, when I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I forgot. And granted, like, side note, that's going to be another topic that we touch on another time about like how you cope with things. But I forget a lot of things, so I can't necessarily even remember what I was thinking and what I was going to do in my 30s. Or I didn't necessarily even have any expectations too. Like, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do when I left high school. I went to school.
In the then. You was more so focused in the then instead of the later?
Yeah, because I had a lot of stuff going on at that time. So I ended up going to school like for psychology, and it's going to be, I don't want to get too deep into that, but like, I don't even know what I thought about in regards to my 30s. Obviously, I think I was hoping that I would be married by now and possibly have children. Probably end my career. What career that was, I don't know. I think I've always had a passion for like social work-esque, and I kind of am in that.
Right.
So, or helping people. I think
I was just about to say helping people.
Yeah, because some people saw from me, like other people in my family thought that I would be in nursing, but I hate science, so that's a no. But
I hate science too.
I hate science. Like I was in AP 1 or whatever. Child, the first week, it went so fast. I had no idea what the hell was going on. And honey, I took the first test. I couldn't answer not one question. Dropped that class so quick and changed my major. It was over. Okay. So but yeah, I don't know. I just and it kind of sounds bad to say like that I didn't have any expectations for my life, but it's real. Because I think
a lot
that
of people
I
out
think
there.
a lot of people think they are supposed to have like, oh, well, what are you gonna do? Because they ask this question when you're young. What you want to do when you're older? It's okay to not know.
Yes.
And I don't think I knew, and I'm still figuring it out. So
That's life. It's so many people. It's okay to not know, and it's also okay to change.
yeah,
To think you know and like and figure out like yeah,
like
this is
I
not.
don't think this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I don't. I think that my expectations were definitely like I would be married because all I think I wanted at that time was love.
Okay.
When I really need to learn how to love myself, which is what I'm doing now. But like, I think I was so focused on relationships, so focused on maybe things that's going on in my family. So that probably was more so what
Your
my
biggest
expectations.
expectation wasn't about financial or position wise, more so just love wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so the opposite.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
I was that planner. Like I did plan. I did have expectations of this. What I'm doing. Love was not on my list. Dating was not on my list. It was like sidebar for me. My expectations was, or not even expectation. I seen myself at 30. I thought I was going to. Um, I still thought I was going to be in the industry cooking wise. I went to school for cooking, which I was laughing when you was like, you hate science. Because I hate science too. And come to find out, my major is a science major.
Mm. Well, I guess cooking is
It's
science.
Yeah, so
A
I didn't.
different kind of
Yeah,
science.
different. But so it was like, for me, that was like when I found out, I was like, oh, that's strange as shit. This is something I love to do. And I hate science. But um, what I thought I was going to be at 30, I thought I was going to be running a restaurant, either owning my own restaurant or the executive chef at somebody's restaurant. Um, Years of experience, maybe a condo downtown, traveling.
Still here in Philly, or
Still here in Philly.
okay.
I was never really one of those people who were like, oh, when I grow up, I need to leave Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I never had the feel to leave Philly. Even when I did leave for school, I was just like, I want to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
For me, there was like I enjoy visiting other places, but just to visit. I don't see myself living anywhere else. It was like I always want to come back home.
Mm-hmm.
So condo downtown, running a restaurant or possibly owning a restaurant, maybe having a couple properties somewhere else, doing catered events on the side, and just traveling. That's where I see myself at 30. Now, am I still in the industry? No. Do I still cook? Yeah, but professional wise, no. I'm not in the industry anymore. Did I see myself owning a house? Never at all. Now I'm owning a house. Um, do I travel?
Let's congratulate that though. Like my baby's a homeowner. Come
Homeowner.
on, trying to get on that level.
Do I travel? Yeah. Do I travel as much as I thought I was going to? No. So my expectations are different, but not extremely different.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the field I'm in, like the way I'm planning to live, I don't live.
It sounds like essentially like you said you had a plan and you essentially executed it, but like you said in regards to
Different way.
like plans change. Like you got in it and then you realized it wasn't
Not
it.
for me.
And you made adjustments.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you did it. So.
I pivot real good. I really thought that it was like I really thought it was going to be like I'm traveling maybe every other month. Now, how was that going to happen with me being an executive chef and
you could be a traveling chef?
I could have been, but I thought I was going to be executive chef. Like I was young, I didn't even knew the intel at the time, but I thought I really thought that was going to be my life. And now looking back at it, like I would say probably my first 2 to 3 years in the industry, I realized I didn't want to own a restaurant, nor did I want to completely run the restaurant. So that was like something I caught on. I realized early on, and it changed from there, and it changed again, and it changed again. My career path is probably the one thing that changed the most for me.
Yeah, same. Because I think, as I said before, like I was going into the social work field, but then like realizing like not only is it underpaid, you're also overworked.
Yes.
And I'm like, honey, I need something where it's going to be like at least I can get some money and
That's
be stressed out.
relatable, because that's the same thing with the cooking, like the food industry, the restaurant industry is like back at the house. You think you're making money, you're not making that much money unless you are
Head
the
chef.
executive chef, the head sous chef, stuff like that. Like if you're just cooking and then like if you're just on a line cook, or some of the sous chefs too, they're still not making that much money. You overwork and underpaid. That's why that industry is so high in either drug or alcoholism. So
wow, that's crazy.
and other than that, oh, the other where I see myself, I used to run all the time. I did cross country, track, and soccer all throughout high school. I was a athlete, and I thought I was going to continue to have that six pack, be in shape, run all the time. And realistically, I'm not going. I don't want to go to the gym.
It's a struggle.
I just want to eat and drink, or eat and go outside and turn up and lay on the couch and watch TV.
You seen that question on Instagram where they like, if you could choose two things out of these options, what would you choose? And they have like, eat whatever you want for the rest of your life and don't gain weight, and like have a good credit score, and other options as well. But those were the two options that I would choose because, honey, I love to eat, and I want to eat anything I want.
Well,
without getting fat.
I wish it can switch it. I wish it can switch to eating whatever you want for free. Without getting weight.
For free. You asking for a lot now.
For free.
Like, what do you mean? Like wherever you go?
Wherever you go,
like restaurants
for free.
Or like shopping.
You know what I'll do? I'll pivot on. I'll settle on that one. It's not restaurants. It'll just be like shopping, like grocery store items. You can get whatever you want for free, but restaurants you have to pay for it.
But then, if they did do that, it would definitely have to be a limit though. Like if people were able to shop for free, like you only can get like
not people. I was just talking about me.
I'm just saying, like
fuck them people.
I'm saying if that was to end up being a situation, like it would have to be some type of limit because you take the whole store, deep freezer full of shit.
And I'm just selling it. That's my scamming ass.
Right.
I would go get. What you want? Some crab legs? No problem. I'm filling up my freezing crab legs and I'm selling them.
Exactly. A problem.
So that means, guess what? I ain't working either because now I'm the new grocery store. I'm eating for free and selling it for a price. Why? Why can't I?
You can. I'm not saying. Oh. I'm just saying that's where the issue gonna come in. That's where the issue is. You gotta put a cap on it.
Put a cap on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now within our 30s, we are adults.
No shit.
We can't rely. Well, we can in certain situations. We can't rely on others, but this is the age where you kind of step up and take responsibility for yourself on your shit. So, what priorities do you feel like you have to adapt now at 30?
Well,
it can be financial. It can be.
I definitely feel like for those of you, like I know it's probably not just me, but like I've been stepped up for a very long time. Now, not whether I was doing it well is another question. But
I was doing it though.
Right. I was doing it. That's the point. Okay? Have I gotten evicted? No.
Close to
Not
it.
yet.
But you was close.
But I was close. Did I lose my job a couple times? Yeah. Did the bills get paid? Probably. But anyway.
They got their money eventually.
Right. That's all that matters. But so priorities for now. Definitely keeping that credit score up, honey. I never cared so much about my credit score. I get the little alerts in the email. Oh, you got a couple points.
You going to check to see?
Hell yeah. So, credit score for sure. Traveling I know we talk about money, but like.
No, it could be anything.
Traveling definitely trying to like be out here in these streets. Outside of Philly though, like. For sure.
We've been here long enough. Whoa, shit. I've been here long enough. She hasn't.
I grew up in Philly, so that's not front. Like I know what it has to offer.
What that mean?
Philly's okay, like, but I'm trying to be out here in these streets. Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm not trying to like put down Philly or nothing.
good way to
Why would
fix
I be
it.
here?
Good way to fix it.
You knew what
Yeah,
the
I'm about
fuck
to
I
beat
was
on
trying
your
to
ass.
say. But definitely, I want to own a house soon. That's going to be happening in the next couple of years. I have other things that I'm trying to do. Pay off my car note so that I can save some more money, which will help me start saving for my house. Getting my master's. I'm about to start doing that next year.
Okay. You got
Yes.
some good ones.
Yes. I'm trying to get my master's for social work, so I'm going to become a therapist. So, these are definitely my priorities right now. More importantly, though, is self-care and just also like knowing and loving myself, provide myself the love that I had been looking for all those years before 30 and other men that, should have been giving myself.
Yourself, right.
So, like that time in Georgia, I definitely was able to take that time to self-reflect, to face some traumas and realize that my traumas are my traumas and not anybody else's responsibility. So just really focusing on that. So that's all encompassing, meaning like I'm going to the gym, doing what I need to do, eating healthy, getting the therapy. So
having on therapy.
Yeah.
Having on.
So all those things.
And I think it's funny too because like you said, finding the love and giving yourself the love that you were seeking in other people years prior, other men years prior, and it's like if you knew that love, if you gave yourself that love early on, you would be able to. I feel like you would have been able to see early on that either they can't give you the love that you were seeking, or they didn't know how to. But of course, we all go through things. I'm very big. I always say, one of the things, especially when it pivots around our relationships, we all want that perfect person, but we have to also be perfect for that perfect person. So if we show up for that perfect person at 20-year-old us or 19-year-old us, that we might not be perfect for that person that we're supposed to have. So we had to go through 23, 25, 26, 28, or however long it takes for us. We had to go through them people during that time frame to become perfect for the person that's perfect for us. And also, we don't know. On the other hand, that person probably has to go through their people in order to be perfect for us.
Yeah.
So, because I used to always think, I've been through only like 3 real relationships, but it was like, I always used to sit back and think like, why me? And at some point, I got to a point where I'm like, okay, it's not a why me, is I have to go through this so that way when I do meet the person that is for me, that I know how to treat them. I know how to accept the energy, the love, the care that they're giving me. That's perfect for me. So that's my little mindset when it comes to the whole dating thing. But that just, when you were saying that, I just thought about that.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Because, I mean, I don't regret any of those things that I had to go through or the people that I was with. They were all meant to serve a purpose. And obviously shaped me into the person that I am today because, I don't regret it. So, and that's growth. Oh.
I got a tattoo on my leg, but whatever. Let's say that. Because you don't see it. It's always...
You got to show me that after,
If you can read it, it's kind of big. But anyway. For me, my priorities now at 30, I guess self-care is major, almost number one. My self-care looks a little different. I know I do get overwhelmed easily by people, and it's probably from nobody doing nothing but just breathing around me. So part of my self-care is like, I do take a day or so here and there to...
He's very complicated. It's okay though. I still love him.
I'm about to say, what the fuck you about to say? But I do take a day or two, or sometimes a moments to, I guess, isolate. But that isolation is just for me to calm myself, to regroup myself, to realize like, I'm overstimulated. And then sometimes I can react to people when they done nothing to me. I do know this, so I do try to be a little more conscious of, having that me time. Other priority, I was about to say not working as much, but that is not a priority. I love the work.
That can kind of translate into freedom. You want the freedom.
It's not a priority because on one hand, it's like I get to that point where I'm like, I'm tired. I'm always working. I don't want to work all the time, but then I turn around and look like, man, that money look good. I have always been a worker. Once I started working, I never stopped, and I always there for the overtime. Like fuck the 9 to 5, fuck the regular 8 hours. I want the OT. Where's the OT? Where's the extra money? I'm trying to make more money. Can I come in on my day off to work?
I wish I had OT offered at my job. I don't get that. So y'all so lucky.
You know what I say?
What?
Can't relate. But more my priorities, I would say more so is just for me are I want to say like maybe emotional. Why my emotional priorities? Just be better me, like speaking up more respectfully about things I feel, things I want, things I'm willing to accept, and also being more verbal in a better way of understanding people around me. Verbally and being conscious about making them feel heard and understood with what they're saying to me. And that's like a priority for me. It's like, 'cause I do bad at that. I do realize I do. I am a person I can admit and say sorry, but my sorry, but like, all right, yeah, bitch, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have said X, Y,
and that's
Z.
not a sorry. It's okay.
Okay, it's not a sorry.
It's a work in progress. You just said.
It's a work in progress. It's not a sorry.
Not like that.
Maybe for me, maybe it's like, all right, at least I was accountable for saying, yeah, I fucked up and said this a bad way, or it is a better way to say X, Y, and Z. But I stand in my feelings. But it's like, but that's my that's like a little. That's not a little. That's a big priority of mine. Is like communicating it differently. Wow, communicating differently to where as though like, okay, we can then get to a solid ground where we both understand each other, and it's verbalized and understood and felt that we both understand each other without it being tension.
Yeah. I feel that 100%.
I hate tension. I got most of my grades is just from me. I stress over everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I definitely think that communication is also like a continuous thing that I work on as well. Like making sure that I communicate my emotions clearly so that you understand where I'm coming from, and also, hearing what you had to say as well. So I think that's definitely a good one for sure. How do you feel like what steps do you feel like you're taking to work on that?
Okay. So
put you on the spot.
No. Because I want to say it without like going around. I want to be like straight direct. So I sit back. Like sometimes I will sit when I'm having moments where I'm like just me, and I will kind of go through conversations that I've had with people, and then like I listen to what was said that needs to be worked on, or what was said was an issue. And I kind of compare it to like, okay, in that moment, what could I have actually done in that moment to not have this outcome? What can I do in the future if I am back at this moment to not be in this type of moment again? So, I try to recent situation. Something that I was told that I needed to work on was I was told I need to work on being more verbal about my expectations of like time. So now what I'm working on is being specific about time. So that like I'm listening to what's being said to me, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm taking it into action. Yes, I'm moving forward. I'm doing the things that are being said to me instead of me saying like, well, no, Like, we both need to work on it. Like, fuck it. Yes, we both can work on it, but I'm making sure now I'm doing my part to work on it.
Exactly. Because at least you can say that, I'm doing my part.
And I love being able to say that. It is what it is. I love being able to say, well, I did my part.
It should be a group thing, but
Yeah.
Only
person I can hold accountable is myself.
Yourself, yes.
So at this point, that's what I'm trying to do now, is hold myself more accountable by meeting y'all in the middle.
And taking ownership.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. And one thing, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, what I was about to say was I'm going to hold your ass accountable for that. Okay? I know we only can hold ourselves, but honey, I'm holding your ass accountable because we definitely had a couple of situations, not me and you specifically, right. But how
you're aware of.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm just saying, we got this on video. I'm going to replay this. I'm just saying.
That's fine.
Okay. But anyway.
I'm going to still say what I got to say.
That's fine.
That's one thing I feel like, now, with that being said, other part of me, I've worked on how I spoke or not saying certain things I felt or whatever like that. I'm back to the point where it's like, listen, I do understand people's perspective, how people may feel when I do say certain things or how I respond to stuff or maybe react. Unfortunately, I think I'm back to the space where it's like, if that's our initial conversation, we might have to have that initial raw interaction and then we can talk about it later. But I can't keep censoring my end and feel like the other end is not censored.
Well,
this is not anything specific.
No, nothing specific. But I'm saying in regards to like that comment, I think that with saying that, like, take into account the people that you're dealing with, like that obviously means like knowing your friends, knowing who you're dealing with. Like, I think that me and you have a good banter where like we understand each other. Mm-hmm. You understand that like I'm a little emotional, yes. Not a little, a lot of, and it's okay, And I feel like, but I'm also very vocal about the way that I feel with you. Like if I feel some type of way, I'll let you know. And I feel like you've been able to take accountability. And I don't know if it's because of the way that I deliver it or whatever. But I feel like we've been able to, have an issue, address it, and keep it pushing. As opposed to maybe if it's somebody else that may address you with some situation, it's not the same. And I think that ultimately, I feel like if you care about a person, like caring about the person should be the first priority, as opposed to like maybe the way it was delivered sometimes, or just overall the goal being the friendship and that and the importance of that, I guess. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think, of course, I think that it's very valid in like the way that people deliver stuff, and even also like again knowing who you're dealing with, and like you said, eggshells. I get eggshells. I've been told that people need to walk on eggshells around me, and I was like, I took it personally because I felt like if you love me enough, then you'll adjust to the person that I am, and I still stand true to that because I feel like I do the same for other people. Or at least I tried my best to not do things or not say things that'll
trigger the person, maybe.
Yeah, like I don't know how to specifically say it, but I feel like I'm very I think a lot, so I think before I speak, and I'm not just saying something that may come off some type of way, and if it does, then I'm more than happy to have that conversation as well.
So I think when you said that we maybe because of how you deliver it, I do agree. I'm 100% okay with having tough conversations. I'm 100% okay with you coming to me saying, Chris, you fucked up on X, Y, and Z, or da-da-da. It's like the delivery for me. If you can come to me with, since like your normal delivery, you come to me real and like not at me, like you just expressing how you may felt in something, or how something I said to you or done to you made you feel whatever, and you just let me know, I can deal with that. I can take ownership with that. I can apologize and correct my wrongs within that. But when I feel like the delivery is off, I go instantly into attack back. Instead of like I hear I
And that may be a more personal flaw, character flaw, on your end though, because it's like, why are you like immediately going into that part?
because I think it's like for me it's like okay.
Because like, why can't it be like, okay, I hear what you're saying, bitch, but you're coming at me, bring it down a couple notches type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
As
think
opposed to
because
it being like, bitch, you know?
So I think for me it's because I know how I address people. So if let's say I had an issue with you, I don't know, Kingsley shit in the driveway. No issue. No issue at all. Honestly, I'm just using that as because it's something that's right there. So let's say I was to have an issue with you with Kingsley shit in the driveway. I probably would have told you, like, or you found it later, whatever it may be. I probably would have told you like, hey, E, or let's say he shitted in the house. I'm like, hey, E, how I would address you, be like, damn, like, no worry, I'm gonna clean it up, but hey, just like, try to take him on a walk before he gets here, or try to get him like a schedule, like when he's here, like let him out in the driveway so you can shit in the driveway instead of in the house, like that. That's how I'm going to address you. Like I might even make a joke about it, like, damn, nigga.
I'm about to say, I more so see you making a joke about it. I don't know. I don't think that I've ever had an interaction where you've come to. Well, no, I lied. You did. I take it back. Never mind. I take it back. You did come to me with a situation about like the podcast stuff. So
yeah, so I'm gonna come.
I'll take it back. You're true.
I'll come to you in that way. I'm like, hey, this is my concern. This is just like no super hard feelings, but this is how it makes me feel, or whatever it may be. I'm gonna come to you that way instead of damn, you gonna let your dog shit on my fucking floor, like, and I had to clean it.
Get that dog the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And
or that was fucked up. You let your dog shit on my floor. Like you could at least take him for a walk. Like I don't like that type of approach. Like give me the hey, yeah, I understand he is a dog, but in the future, can we just like try to get him a walk or let him out in the driveway? So if he does shit, he does it outside. I'm gonna take that way over the aggressive way, and I feel like if you come to me like that with the hey, I understand this happens. He is a dog. If you come to me with that demeanor, I'll listen. Like yeah, you're right. I understand. Like in the future, let's say he's my dog. In the future, I'll take him for a walk. I'll try to let him out in the driveway so he could go there, whatever it may be. I'll keep an eye on him and watch for his signs of he may have to go to the bathroom. Compared to if you come to me aggressively, I'm like, well, bitch, you knew he was a fucking dog. You knew he had the shit. Like, I cleaned it the fuck up. What you mad for? Like, I cleaned your floor. Why you getting mad? He's a dog. That's how I'm going to respond if you come to me aggressively. So it's just more so the approach. And I can say for sure with you is like, any situations we may have probably had prior to or in the future, I already know it's not going to be that big of a deal because the approach. I respect their approach. It's like, cool. Anything you can bring anything to me just as long as you do it respectfully. And I will do the same in return respectfully. I don't like yelling. I don't like cussing people out. I mean, I can do it, but I don't like doing it.
So I think that it's easier though with us because thankfully we haven't had too many like other situations in the past. So there's not as much baggage with you and I as there may be just in other situations. So I think that considering maybe like for instance, for myself, like I know I have other relationships that there's a lot of baggage and addressing those situations aren't the easiest. And maybe the way that I may address that situation may be 100% different than the way that I would address it with you, or like it just may be different. I may feel different. I don't feel as comfortable. I may come off aggressive. I may come off not say anything at all. So like I think that the baggage part of it may have like something to do with it. Maybe like because I know my situation, it was like it was a lot of stuff that I had been holding on to that I wasn't speaking with her about, and all of a sudden now I'm speaking to her about something, but like maybe a residual from other situations are coming into this, or it could just be a plethora of things that could play into it, and why the delivery could be a way. So I just think that considering all things, like I understand, like hearing it overall, you're not gonna go into first mind like, oh, let me consider all these things, but like,
yeah, I'm damn sure.
But I just think that being mindful and just having transparent conversations, I think I think that's why it's easier for us because we don't have as much baggage. But we definitely got off topic.
Yeah.
Definitely got off topic.
And I feel like that was still.
It's still on topic because communication is a priority.
A big priority.
But you know what I forgot to say, which is very important to me right now. Priority is building my relationship with God. I know that. I know this. I don't want to get too deep into this, but that is something that is very important to me at this point in my life. I think that I've been to church a lot as a child, and I'm not gonna say I didn't take it seriously, but I was a child. I was asleep in church when I was a kid. But it was still a foundation, and then I think that throughout the different things and being in Georgia, allowed me to really get closer to him in that way. So that's another one of my priorities.
Yeah. Music wise, because we want to jump off of the 30s, that got nice and deep. But music wise, is there any current songs or vibes or artists?
The thing is, I'm really feeling Lola Brooke. Everything Lola Brooke. Okay, that is my baby. Her little sexy ass.
How tall? I feel like she.
I don't know how tall she is, baby.
She's like 4'9".
She probably right here and below. But I love her. So all her music, I listen to her at the gym. I listen to her driving home. If I want to get a hype at my party, I was playing that. So.
So the one thing I do love about Lola Brooks, she's very I was about to say problematic. She's very unproblematic.
Yeah. She just want to have a good time.
Yeah, she's always she's like the life of the party. She's so little, big ball of energy, but you don't really hear nothing bad about her.
Yeah, one thing I was so upset because when I was in Georgia, she was supposed to come out there for a concert, and then the concert got canceled. No reason. I don't know if maybe not enough people.
The concert got canceled?
Canceled. I know I need to enunciate. That's one thing I need to work on
That's
this
a priority.
Podcast. The concert got canceled with no reason. I don't know if maybe not enough people purchased the ticket, but baby, I would have been a one-man show. Show up and I would have been there.
Or
I think it was. I didn't see anybody else. It was just her.
Okay.
And it was at a small venue, so I was very upset. And I know she'd been on lives. I was like, "Why'd you cancel? Why'd you cancel? Why'd you cancel?" I kept putting it in the chat, answer me.
Not true.
Yes, because I really wanted to know. I was so upset. But yeah, I love her. So I can't even pick a specific song. Why? Because all her shit is my shit.
Just Lola Brooks in general.
Yes.
I have a specific song. I don't have a specific artist, but a specific song. I'm gonna butcher her name because I always do it. It's Dolce or Dolce. I'm gonna butcher her name, but Nissan Altima.
Yeah, that new song.
Her new song, Nissan Altima. It's the beat. I feel like just like her music in general, because even when she did the song with JT, Alter Ego, the beats is a vibe. She's spitting crazy. I do be having to listen to it over and over or look at the lyrics to see what she's saying. Dope artist, dope beat. And she reminds me, the artistry vibe reminds me of Azalea Banks. And I love Azalea Banks, lyrical wise, beat wise. It's just so different. You don't see too many artists doing it. And I was when I first heard the intro to Nissan Altima, first thing I thought was, it would be fire if she had Azalea Banks on this as a feature. So that's been my little vibe. I love upbeat stuff.
Yeah.
For the most part, I'm more of an upbeat, dancey person. But I do vibe out. I do listen to R&B, slow stuff. But I'm more... It's still there? My eye itching. Goddamn allergy.
Okay, it's out.
Yeah, so that's my... that's what I've been listening to.
Song of the week.
Yes,
keep a lookout for. We will be posting our songs of the week on our page.
Yes.
So keep a lookout for that, especially if you want to get some new music, the Millennial Mentality Vibes playlist. But yeah, so that's our song of the week. If y'all want to put some comments below of what your song of the week is. Also, if you want to put down below, how you spent your 30th birthday. I forgot to talk about that earlier.
Or if you ain't 30 yet, how you spent it and how you planning to spend yours.
Yes.
Give us some ideas, because it might be people also it might be people out there that may be needing ideas for their 30th. So
yeah,
let us know. DM us, or
put
put
it
them in the comments
below. Yeah, put it in the
Either
comments
or.
below.
If you don't want to know, DM us and we'll read it off when we won't say your name. You'll be anonymous.
And we'll be reading off comments off in our next episodes. So if you want to, again, like he said, put comments below, put it down there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
She gonna read it. She's gonna read them.
We forgot to say in the beginning of the video, like, comment, and subscribe.
Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms.
Yes.
Or all of our social media platforms, because there might be some we don't know about. And again, like we said, DM us if you have anything you want to share with us. If you have anything you want us to talk about, whatever it may be, we talk back.
We talk back.
Got y'all. It was nice.
Well, thank you so much. We'll see you next episode.
MMP, baby. MMP.